when I see my baby. What do I see? Poetry, poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, walking by my side. Her lovely locomotion keeps my eyes open wide. Poetry in motion, see her gentle sway, all wave out on the ocean. Could never move that way. I love every movement, there's nothing I would change. She doesn't need improvements, she's much too nice to rearrange. Poetry in motion, dancing close to me, a flower of devotion, a swaying gracefully. Could never move that way.
Step, step. Step, step. Step, step. Step, step.
Step by step, I fell in love with you, and step by step, it wasn't hard to do. Kiss by kiss and hand in hand, that's the way it all began. Soon we found the perfect plan for love. Side by side, we took a lover's walk, and word by word, we had a lover's talk. One word led to another, and then in no time we were up to 10. My heart knew it was gonna end in love.
First step,
A sweet hello,
second step,
my heart's aglow.
third step,
We had a date,
fourth step,
stayed out late.
fifth step,
I walked you home,
sixth step,
we're all alone. Seventh step, we took a chance. One kiss and true romance. Step by step, we climbed to heaven's door. And step by step, each thrill invited more than you promised faithfully. All your love belonged to me. Now I know we'll always be in love.
first step,
A sweet hello,
second step,
my heart's aglow.
third step,
We had a date,
fourth step,
stayed out late.
fifth step,
I walked you home,
sixth step,
we're all alone. Seventh step, we took a chance.
Thoughtful and caring is the 2 words. A dedication to all of us. Not only her nieces and nephews, but her sisters and brothers.
Aunt Ada was the most thoughtful, considerate person.
And Ada was the most thoughtful sister of all of them. She was always happy and glad to be around you.
Meticulous. Everything was always perfectly wrapped and labeled with great attention paid to detail.
Thoughtful. She remembered everybody's birthday, anniversary, any special day that you had. She sent you a card. Super thoughtful, remembered everyone all the time.
So thoughtful.
Over caring for everyone else before herself. She cares about everyone before herself. She would do for others before she would do for herself. To help the worker do her work and help with the work before she does her work. That's what she does.
So it's hard to say one word describe my aunt, Auntie Ada and Uncle Bill. But of course, if I had to, everyone is going to mention how kind she is, and you know, the peacekeeper. My dad always said that she was like the peacekeeper of the family. But I would say empathetic. She has a lot of empathy to be able to just know what's going on in the family and understand where people are coming from. And I think that's what really made her the peacekeeper within the family. Not to mention all the help that she did for my father and for the family. So
there are so many great words that come to my mind when I think of Aunt Ada, but at the forefront is the word thoughtfulness.
Yes.
She never failed to forget our birthdays or our anniversary, and we look forward to those cards on all of our birthdays and especially on our anniversary.
This has been going on for years, sending those cards, remembering those occasions. I'm gonna miss them. Even though we told her many times not to buy it, not to send it because of the high cost, she never listened, and boy, I'm really gonna miss them.
Me too.
She was very caring, and she was a perfectionist of everything.
She's always concerned about everybody in the family, niece, nephews, friends, and she's more concerned to them than herself.
Maternal. She was always cared more about everybody before herself. Every holiday, every birthday, she always remembered. You got a card, guaranteed. Hallmark and current, thank you for that.
Extremely detail-oriented, kind, sweet, selfless.
Nurturing. I always remember her being conscious about us eating and feeling full or not being bored, having good conversation. So nurturing.
As you know, Jordan has us doing these one word to describe each of you and our favorite memory, and I find it so hard to find the one word to describe you, but Aunt Ada, you were just so selfless, sweet, kind, and caring. From how you were with me and my siblings to the stories that I've heard about you and my mom, you were always there for her, and you were always there for us. And we can't put one word to that.
Is author. I find her to be an amazing biographer, an executive who always took the time to make notes to assist and organize others. Aunt Ada always has the power to move people with her words.
Kind-hearted. She was never too busy to give you a call, send you a message, just to check in on you, check in on everybody, see how everybody was doing. If anything new with the kids, anything new with the dog. And if there was a time where my day was hectic or I was having a bad day, she would just send a message the following day, just letting me know everything was going to be okay. Kind-hearted.
Ada was kind.
My name is Paula Guarino, and I've been Ada and Bill's friend and neighbor at Beverly Hill Terrace for 34 years. Our doors face each other. And I would say in 2 words, Ada was always meticulous and helpful.
Hi, this is Mark Jackson. So sorry to hear of the passing of Ada Moy. I have such great memories of working with her back in 1985 through 87 at Saatchi & Saatchi in New York City. One word to describe her, super efficient. And next word is very discreet. And the third word would be so interested in our family. And
my brothers and I were very fortunate and blessed to have Auntie Ada. She was a very kind, loving soul who gave us unconditional love and support throughout our lives. She was very organized and meticulous in everything that she did and always remembered everyone's birthday, anniversary, special occasions, and sent them cards. She never asked or accepted anything for herself. She was always very giving and generous.
No matter how many times we keep telling her, stop sending cards, she didn't listen. She keeps saying, yeah. Never forgot anything. Listen to complain about everything and laughing about it. And at the end of our conversation, we will all laugh, and she goes, whispering, okay, the neighbors are listening because the walls are so thick. And I'd be laughing and saying, Ada, they're not listening to you. And she says, yes, they do. Okay, so that's what I'm going to make.
Every time she called the house, I knew it was going to rain. I told her about it. As soon as I put Aunt JJ on the phone, I went and get my umbrella. And then she would laugh. And the next day it would rain. Like what else?
My fondest memory of Aunt Ada is actually the last one, when she and Bill drove to Barnes & Noble to pick up a phone that I wanted to give them.
One of my favorite memories of Auntie Ada is her sense of humor. About a year ago, I sent her a picture of young Aunt Ada and Bill, and she looked so pretty. And when she looked at the picture, I expected her to say, wow, I looked really pretty. But instead, she said, wow, I'm wearing my favorite jumper.
She was able to make it for Derek's wedding, and Auntie Nancy and Aunt Jeannie did that. And Aunt Ada, they were so close. They were like 3 peas in a pot.
All the cards, she always remembers the holidays, and it's always so nice to go in the mail and then get something from her. But I would have to say that when I was in college, she took me out to lunch one day, and we were in the West Village, and there were no cars coming, and I didn't know what to do because I haven't seen them in a long time, and they haven't seen me in a long time, and they were just doing a like hello lunch, and we stood there waiting for the cars, for the light to change and the walk signal, and it was really funny because I think everyone wanted to cross the street, but nobody wanted to be the one that be like, oh, well, it's against the law to do it. And then Auntie Ada kind of was like, I think it's about time I taught you how to jaywalk. And, it was kind of funny because, she was always like, I always saw her as like the nice, law-abiding one and all that. And then she's like, telling me how to do, to be a New Yorker, which was really funny.
She always loved taking photos of everyone and every occasion. There she was, always with a camera in hand, taking pictures. And in those days it wasn't cheap, there was a film. She loved taking photos, but one thing, she didn't like the camera to be pointed at her. She would shy away from cameras or turn her head and just say, no, don't take my picture. But that's how photographers are. They don't like their pictures taken.
To me, it was very hard to put in words, she's a wonderful sister to me, and she loved my wife very much. A very adorable person. She kept the family together. She's always talking to everybody in an outstanding manner. Never a bad word about anybody. And that's Ada. Like I said, she's loved by all. There's no one person who really don't like Auntie Ada.
So one of my fondest memories of Aunt Ada and Bill was there's always a procedure after they came here. They pick up food and they would put it in the refrigerators for leftovers. So I'm going to show you what it is. So basically we have our plastic Tupperware. We'll place the wax paper in the bottom. We have our sandwich, which will roll up nice and tight inside of a paper towel to keep it safe. Once that's inside there, then we can take the top of the lid, put it over top of the Tupperware itself. Now, of course, you always have to have the date and time printed on the top of the dish. We'll take the dish, And you have to put it right in the front and put it so the date and time face forward so you know when it was there. Put in there. And one last note for the front.
Favorite memory. There's so many. I mean, we were in Woodbridge at the condo, and Bill, Auntie, we were sitting on a sofa, we were having conversation, and somebody honked the horn in the parking lot, just like how I would, like when I arrive, I let her know, like, I'm downstairs. And she gets up and she's like, oh, I gotta go buzz you in. And I looked at her like, Auntie, I'm right here. And, she started laughing so hard, she had the clap and laugh, the auntie clap and laugh. And, tears were coming out of her eyes. And Bill was like, cutie, what am I gonna do with you? And I was like, I got a couple thoughts about what we could do with her. That's probably my favorite.
Her egg salad. Coming home to Aunt Ada's egg salad and crackers with a post-it note on top with extremely neat handwriting, the expiration date of the home-cooked chicken salad or whatever it is that we were saving, and neatly organized in the refrigerator.
When I was younger and I made her upset for some reason while she was babysitting Jordan and I remember she said that she was gonna hit me, and I knew Anita would never hit me, but she said it, and I look back at it now and I treasure it.
My favorite memory with both of you was early in my early years. I couldn't have maybe been 6 or 7. Mom had somewhere to go and my older siblings were somewhere. So Prentice and I stayed with you both for a weekend. And I remember it being so much fun. We baked pizzas. We watched a Batman and Robin marathon of all the classics. I'll forever remember those times. I cherish those memories a lot.
Taylor and I had a sleepover at her home. They hosted us both in their apartment as we two stinkers made lots of noise on their elliptical workout machine. Aunt Ada taught us how the bus system works and how close the mall is to their apartment. I remember Aunt Ada treating me to a wonderful time at the arcade. I had a ball experiencing life within the safety of her tender loving care.
It's the first time she got to hold Tristan and Kaylee. She was a big part of my life growing up, raising us along with Mom and everybody else, Grandma, Grandpa. And just the joy in her face and the happiness of, that grand auntie moment was something that I'll never forget.
My favorite memory of Ada is how she always used to have some kind of treat for my son whenever he'd come and visit the office. And he was always so excited to see her.
It was the day in 1990 when they took my husband and me on a tour of Chinatown. And a second wonderful, vivid memory was when in 2003, my husband and I had to be away for 2 weeks on a trip. And they came in, the two of them, every night, and they took care of my parakeet and canary. They changed the paper and fed the birds. What devoted neighbors.
She loved hearing about our family, and but we kept in touch for 30 plus years at Christmas, and it was just a pleasure knowing her.
Be content. He always just seemed so happy to be wherever he was.
Is loyal. He stood by Aunt Ada's side through thick and thin.
The word gentleman comes to my mind. Always quiet and soft-spoken.
I second that.
I think he was very quiet and kind of reserved.
Yes, and he said he's very quiet and reserved.
Bill was a pizza connoisseur. We would debate about who had the best pizza. I think he said it was Grimaldi's in Brooklyn. And I was like, no, it's the Sophia Slice at Rosario's in Staten Street, NYC. Just like how we would debate about Coke and Pepsi. Just like the commercial. Coke is it.
Gentle and loyal.
Bill, I love you for being there for my Aunt Ada. You were always gentle with her. And you were always kind to us. I'm grateful that you both had each other.
Is connoisseur. He is super compassionate about his love for Aunt Ada and his joy to cook for them both. This just shows you one facet about how kind and caring he is towards my Aunt Ada.
Respectful. From the first time we met, when I was a little kid, he wasn't the type where he would be patronizing and pat me on the head or pinch me on the cheek or anything like that. I remember the first time that we met, he stuck out his hand and it was a handshake. And me being the kid that I was, I remember saying to myself, it's got to be a firm one. And after the handshake, he says, that was a really strong grip you have. So that's what I remember. Respectful.
Bill was devoted to his wife.
He was very attached to Auntie Ada, that's all I know.
When they were dating, Bill would take me to the city. I was probably somewhere around 12, 13 years old. And we would go by Ada's, and Chrissy and Robert would be there, and a lot of times we would go into Midtown 47th Street, go to the arcades. He would take me to the movie theater down on, I believe it was Mott Street, and the park that was right around the corner, and Chinese restaurants that he loved to go to, and just things like that. And it was the beginning of their relationship, and I was glad that I got to see it right from the very beginning, and that's what sticks out most for me.
My favorite memory of Bill is the day Aunt Ada brought him to meet all of us.
He was always very quiet whenever we were at a Moy family gathering, and we know the Moys are very loud. He always was just quiet and kind of hung in the background and let Auntie Ada visit with her family because he knew family was important to him.
He was always there for Auntie Ada and to take care of her, and that's a very strong part of a marriage, which is quite difficult, and they've had a very long and happy marriage. And to have somebody to take care of somebody without any awards or any recognition, it says a lot about a person. And I would just have to say, very proud that they were my aunts and uncles.
He and Aunt Ada came up to visit us at our house, and at the time our daughter Samantha was about 22 months old. He spent time actually playing with her.
He even got down on his hands and knees, and they really had a good time.
We taking care of Auntie Ada, and he probably did, and no one brag about that, but he never made a comment about what he had to do for her. I mean, he never complained, and he did everything for Auntie Ada as far as we know.
I drove him home when I was 16. I just got my license, and it was late one night, and Auntie didn't want him taking the train home so late, so I volunteered to drive. Now, the last time I went to Bill's house was maybe 4 or 5 years earlier by car, when he used to drive when we used to go bowling on Woodhaven Lanes. So I got him home without any directions or input from him, and he was very impressed that I remembered how to get to his house, even though I was never behind the wheel. So that's my favorite memory of Bill.
Sleeping over on Ada and Bill's and looking forward to watching VHS movies of Gigantor and the original Batman and Robin movies, as well as taking trips to the Woodbridge Mall and going on the horse carousels.
We first learned how to drive the Lexus together. We couldn't get it into gear, but we learned how to operate. Aunt Ada had asked me to teach him how to park the car and all of the bells and whistles the car came equipped with. We always loved to chat about our favorite pizza spots and specifications.
I'm gonna miss you. I'm sorry you left. And I hope you're comfortable now. Okay, love you.
Now, Ronnie just said something, and it's true. Heaven is not going to be the same with you and Nancy together. Oh my God. We're going to get thunder and lightning and everything. Okay.
I love you, Aunt Ada.
Aunt Ada, our journey has come to an end for now, but we're comforted in knowing that you're healed and whole again, and with Aunt Nancy feasting in paradise. Know that our love follows you both wherever you go.
I'll miss him so much, and yeah.
We'll see you. Bye.
Hello, Auntie Bill. Miss you. Say love you. Love you, Auntie and Bill. Love you. Smile for Auntie and Bill. Yeah.
We love you, Aunt Ada and Bill.
Miss you guys. Love you. Hope your journey to the heavens was smooth and swift. It's too sad. I wish you guys could have been here to meet the newest member of our family. Rain. She would have loved you guys. Love you.
Love you, Aunt Ada. Love you, Bill.
Got it together, baby. My first, my last, my made so many